急ぎと言いますと。
ゴブリン退治さ。
This is Ashley with Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 fatal mistakes made by anime characters.
私はエルです。
子供か、そんなの戦略じゃねえわ。やっぱちゃんと準備してから行かなきゃダメだって。
ガナビーオーケー。なんとかなる。
危ない。トラックが。
なんでこんな時に限って俺柄にもないこと。
For this list, we'll be looking at the moments in anime where heroes and villains committed mistakes which led to their own defeats, as well as those which resulted in people getting injured or killed. Which anime decision do you think has too great of a cost? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, you can catch me on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which anime list you want to see next.
俺は寮に会わなければならない。
アキラくん、でも
必ずミキの元へ戻る。
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below. Number 10, failing to confirm Kurome's death. Akamega kill.
私はこのまま黒目を追って。
Along with her assassination skills and the ability to transform into virtually any living creature using her Tegu, Chelsea is extremely confident in her abilities. However, that overconfidence proved to be her undoing. After tracking down and killing Bulls, a member of Wild Hunt, Chelsea uses his appearance to get close to the necromancer Kurome and inflict a seemingly fatal blow.
ほら。これでもう苦しまない。
Thinking herself victorious, Chelsea fails to confirm Kurome's death, allowing her undead puppets to launch a surprise attack and kill her. While her time with Night Raid was short, Chelsea's horrific demise proves heartbreaking to her fellow members, especially Tatsumi. Number 9, Kazuma saves a girl. Konosuba God's blessing on this wonderful world.
危ない。トラックが。
なんでこんな時に限って俺柄にもないこと。
Unlike most isekai protagonists who heroically sacrifice themselves, Kazuma's decision to give his life to save a girl from an incoming truck was his biggest mistake. Not only was the girl he saved never in any real danger, the belief that he thought he was going to die was so traumatic that he wets himself and dies of shock.
私長くやってきたけど、こんな珍しい死に方したのはあなたが初めてよ。
While his efforts did get him sent to a fantasy world, he is paired with a useless goddess and frequently suffers from rather unpleasant and downright traumatizing situations. If only Kazuma had the power to reverse time.
メガンならその神パワーとかでせいぜい俺を楽させてくれよ。
Number 8, Tsunekichi blackmails Nana. Talentless Nana.
中島を殺したのに。
Despite being born talentless in a world filled with superpowered youths known as the Talented, the cute yet deadly Nana is not one to be underestimated. A fact that Tsunekichi learns the hard way. After using his power of psychic photography to predict Nana killing him, as well as discovering her identity as an assassin, Tsunekichi tries to blackmail her into becoming his girlfriend.
俺彼女いないんだよね。
While it initially seems that Tsunekichi has Nana cornered, she instead proves herself to be one step ahead of him. By taking advantage of his arrogance, Nana outsmarts and poisons him to death. Bottom line, don't mess with Nana.
本当の写真はここにある。
Number 7, fighting underleveled. Cautious hero, the hero is overpowered, but overly cautious.
せめて入念な準備はさせてもらう。俺が納得するまでだ。
なんなのこの勇者。
While being cautious isn't a bad trait for heroes to have, Seiya takes it to a whole new level. However, there is a reason behind his madness. During his first isekai adventure, Seiya constantly rushed into fights against opponents whose levels were vastly superior.
子供か、そんなの戦略じゃねえわ。やっぱちゃんと準備してから行かなきゃダメだって。
ガナビー OK なんとかなる。
This reckless behavior later proves fatal during his fight against a demon lord. After resurrecting itself, the demon's second coming results in the death of his comrades, including his pregnant lover Tiana. Even though Seiya learns his lesson during his second adventure, the price paid was far too great.
お願いだからやめてくれ。
Number 6. Trusting Light. Death Note. They say keep your friends close and your enemies closer, but for L, this decision proved to be his undoing. Even though L suspects Light of being the mass murderer Kira, he still makes fatal mistakes, such as revealing his identity and inviting Light to join his investigation. What's even worse is that even after learning of the Death Note and the existence of Shinigami, L's carelessness allows Light to recover it, along with his memories of being Kira, effectively sealing L's fate. If the detective had been more cautious, then he may have been able to turn the tables on Light, rather than become one of his victims. Number 5. Underestimating Goblins. Goblin Slayer.
急ぎと言いますと。
ゴブリン退治さ。
Even though goblins are the weakest of monsters, this does not mean they aren't dangerous, a fact that Priestess and her party learned the hard way. After teaming up with a group of rookie adventurers to kill some goblins, they believe that their mission will be a walk in the park.
もう少ししたら他の冒険者の方が来ると思いますが。
ゴブリンなんて4人もいれば十分ですよ。
Unfortunately, things quickly take a dark turn when the group's lack of proper equipment, supplies, and preparedness for goblin warfare causes them to suffer brutal fatalities and a fate far worse than death. While Priestess is fortunate enough to be saved by the titular Goblin Slayer, these casualties could have been avoided if they had thought things through.
仲間を失った冒険者が故郷に引きこもったことも。何もかもこの世界ではよくある話だ。
Number 4. Akira leaves Miki behind. Devilman Crybaby.
俺は寮に会わなければならない。
アキラくん、でも
必ずミキの元へ戻る。
With the world literally going to hell and humans turning on each other, you would think that Akira would keep his love interest Miki by his side at all costs. Unfortunately, rather than stay with Miki to ensure his safety, Akira leaves her in the care of Wamu and his gang, while he tries searching for his friend Ryo, the one responsible for exposing him as Devilman and plunging the world into chaos.
戻ってきたよ。ミキ！
By leaving Miki's side, Akira dooms her to die at the hands of an angry mob, losing both her and his humanity in the process.
悪魔だ。お前たちこそ地獄へ落ちろ！
Number 3. Father absorbs greed. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. From the peak of godhood to the brink of defeat, the oldest homunculus known as Father does not take his fall from grace very well. Originally strong enough to wipe out a small army with just a wave of his hand, the relentless onslaught from Edward and his allies proves too overwhelming for Father to handle.
なんでだよっしゃ畳み込めだ
In his desperation, Father attacks Greed, the only other homunculus still standing, and absorbs his Philosopher's Stone. However, instead of becoming stronger, Greed reverses his ultimate shield, turning Father's body into a crumbling mess and allowing Edward to deliver the final blow. Number 2. Asking Akasaka to stay. Higurashi, when they cry, go.
赤坂綿流しが終わるまでずっとひなみ沢にいることはできませんですか
Who knew that such an innocent request could lead to so much suffering? After Rika convinces Akasaka to stay with her during the Hinamizawa festival in order to help her, she could not have been happier. However, that joy soon turns to despair, as this decision leads to a future where Akasaka develops the Hinamizawa syndrome.
待ってろいけません米原さん
Driven by paranoia and the despair to rid his and Rika's bodies of the dreaded parasites, he butchers her and then proceeds to burn them both alive. To call this whole scene unsettling is a major understatement.
消防車を呼んで早くねえ早く
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Lelouch Gias's Euphemia. Code Gias Lelouch of the Rebellion.
It's not like we'll never see each other again.
Yuffie, you are a fool. An amazing fool.
All it takes is a single mistake to reduce all of one's hard-earned efforts to ash. In his quest to defeat Britannia, one of Lelouch's biggest mistakes was Giasing his half-sister Euphemia.
No, don't make me do it, please.
While he initially agrees to stop his rebellion in favor of supporting Euphemia's vision for the future of Japan and its citizens, Lelouch accidentally catches her in the Gias's gaze, all while joking about how he could force her to kill the entire Japanese people. As a result, Lelouch is powerless to stop Euphemia from committing genocide against the very people she fought so hard to protect, forcing him to put an end to her rampage by killing her.
Cut the mics and cameras now!
Yuffie, no! Halt! Out of my way! Terrorist! Stand aside!
So, do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.